Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Gateway Arena here at the Tyson Event Center and the finale of the 2013 NAIA National Championship. Here on court number one, we're getting a nice crowd here as the third-seeded Biola University Eagles, 27-3 overall, playing in their first final championship since 1997. They will be facing the number one seeded University of Texas at Brownsville, 36-0. Here on court number one, we're just finishing up warm-ups, and so glad that you're with us here this evening, especially back on the West Coast where I know it's going to be just a little bit warmer than it is here tonight. It's going to be nice and warm in the gym, but outside we're in single digits, about 5 degrees or so. So glad we don't play outdoor volleyball, that's for sure. Biola, after a win this morning against the Eagles of Concordia, 3-0, advanced to the final game here at the 2013 NAIA National Championship. It's been a great run for Biola, who was the winner of Pool C. They went 3-0 with wins against Indiana Wesleyan, Dort, and Lindsey Wilson. And because they were one of the top 4 seeds, they advanced automatically to the quarterfinals, which were held last night. Biola winning 3-0 over Grandview of Iowa before beating their longtime rival, the Concordia Eagles, this morning, 3-0. Biola will be facing a Texas Brownsville team that they're actually kind of familiar with. Biola went to Texas Brownsville back in the middle of October, and on the 18th, Biola lost 3-1 to the Ocelots. It was a good game. Biola, played tough in a tough environment, but really they kind of just needed to get out of their own way, and who knows what could have happened. But Texas and Brownsville rolling through this tournament as well. In fact, they've been rolling all season. They are now 36-0 overall. They have never had an undefeated season, and they rolled through Pool A as the number 1 overall seed of this tournament. They beat Briarcliff 3-0, Westmont 3-0, and Columbia 3-0. Last night they beat Midland 3-1, and then this morning they defeated the number 9 seeded Wayland Baptist 3-0 as well. Biola just so happy to kind of gotten that monkey off of their back against the Concordia Eagles after losing seemingly just about every semifinal to Concordia over the last couple of years here at the National Championship Tournament. We know that's not been every year, but it's been a while since Biola has defeated Concordia. I believe it was 7 or 8 straight losses to Concordia, and then, believe it or not, that was the first time since 2003 that Biola has defeated Concordia in straight sets anywhere, and to do it at the National Championship Tournament really says a lot about how well Biola played this morning. Biola, before the start of the day, was actually 2nd overall in this tournament at kills, just behind Concordia. The senior setter Gracie Gallardo for Biola was leading the tournament in assists as well. 12.6 per set. But Biola's going to have some tough sledding ahead of them. These Ocelots are good, and when I say good, they are really good. Player of the Year candidate Danica Markovic is a stud. I mean, that's just the best way to put it. Markovic hit with nearly 3.5 kills per game, and a great percentage as well, 382. And this is a big team too. Marquez on the right side, 6'2". Gerha in the middle, 6'2" as well. Markovic, 5'11". I mean, this is a good team. Their setter, Jade Guo, a senior out of China, in her only year here with Texas Brownsville, transfer from Murray State University, is about as solid as they come at the setter position. And Heather Mewson, the libero, is solid as well. So, I mean, there's not many holes, if any, at all for Texas Brownsville. So it'll be interesting to see how Biola attacks this really, they just got to keep up the momentum that they had from earlier today. You never know what can happen, especially in a national championship. There's going to be a big crowd here at the Gateway Arena and the Tyson Event Center. We know all of you back at Biola are watching or listening, I guess, as well. Some of you might have the NAIA broadcast, which I know will not have yours truly as the play-by-play announcer. And just so you know, the NAIA for this season finally has decided to broadcast all the pool play and basically every match here at the NAIA National Championship. And that's the reason why Biola cannot broadcast the video during the live event. We can do like this audio radio play-by-play, but the live broadcast of all the matches are available on demand on the normal multimedia website for Biola's athletic site. So you can go there now, watch any of the matches. We'll get this match up very soon after the live event is over, so you can see the full match in its entirety with our video as well and my play-by-play. So we hope you'll enjoy tonight's radio broadcast and hopefully watch a good video and audio broadcast later on tonight. We're just past 7 o'clock. Both teams are getting ready for our opening introductions. We're going to step away and hopefully let you in on some of these introductions. You're watching the 2013 NAIA National Championship Final, Biola versus Texas at Brownsville.
Presented by the CNOS Foundation and J&L Staffing and Recruiting. Tonight's 34 national championship matches, the number 3 seeded Eagles of Biola University and the number 1 seed, the Ocelots of the University of Texas at Brownsville. Sioux City and the NAIA welcome you to tonight's match and ask that you join us in promoting character and sportsmanship in collegiate athletics. Through the Champions of Character program, the NAIA encourages its athletes, coaches, and fans to be positive role models. We ask that you help us by respecting the efforts of both teams and officials in tonight's national championship match. And now for the starting lineup for our championship team. Please welcome the Eagles of Biola University from the Golden State Athletic Conference with a season record of 27-3. Playing for Biola, number 4, J.C. Shorts. Number 5, Chelsea Arnett. Number 6, Tracy Gallardo. Number 7, Nicolette Douglas. Number 9, Olivia Sorensen. Number 10, Alyssa Mason. Number 11, Emily Weingardner. Number 12, Alex Freehill. Number 14, Britta Blazer. Number 15, Charlie Parker. Number 17, Chrissy Cunningham. Number 18, Amy Westine. Number 20, Cassie Mulder. Number 21, Jocelyn Curtin. Number 22, Lauren Henneke. Number 23, Tara Wallace. And Devin Brown. Assistant coaches for the Eagles, Johnny Zibble, Abby Wright, and Danny Igaki. Head coach, Aaron Seltzer. And the honorary coach for Biola, Gil Hawley. And now the Ocelots of the University of Texas at Brownsville from the Red River Athletic Conference with a season record of 36-0. Playing today for the University of Texas at Brownsville, number 1, Michelle Marquez. Number 2, Deborah Lozano. Number 3, Heather Nielsen. Number 5, Danielle Marquez. Number 8, Denisa Markovich. Number 9, Anna Gerhard. Number 11, Jennifer Kowalski. Number 12, Annalise Zucker. Number 13, Ashley Rodriguez. Number 14, Vanna Yosef. Number 16, Karina Garcia. Number 17, Jay Julio. Number 18, Katerina Merzek. Assistant coaches for the Ocelot, Roberta Santos and Katerina Noble. Head coach, Todd Lowry. Honorary coach for the University of Texas at Brownsville, the CNOS Foundation. Officials for tonight's matches are Christina Peevish and Teresa Durante. Line judges, Gage Visa and James Santee. Ball shaggers for tonight, Autumn Fluent, Kylie Horsley, and Lyric Jones. Please rise and stand at attention as the flag of the United States is presented by the Sioux City Police Department Honor Guard. Members are Officer Craig Fulton, Sergeant Dane Wagner, Officer Brad Ector, and Sergeant Ryan Bertrand. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able, and gentlemen, remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's national anthem is performed by Kevin Keene.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And please remain standing for the retirement Bravo and Beauregard. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2013 NAIA Volleyball National Championship team. Get up, ladies, and let's play championship volleyball.
Josh Banker back with you here at the Gateway Arena in the Tyson Event Center, the 2013 NAIA National Championship Final. Your Biola University Eagles getting set to face the Ocelots from the University of Texas at Brownsville. The #1 seed in the tournament and the #1 team in the country, coming in at 36-0. Biola 27-3 overall. They defeated the #2 seeded Concordia Eagles, the defending national championship or champions, earlier this morning in straight sets. Biola, as you will eventually see in our full broadcast, is in black in the far court to start. They're in their white long sleeves with white trim and red letters and numbers. Texas of Brownsville is in short sleeves. They're in burnt orange and navy blue with white letters and numbers. And they will start in the near court. Biola will start with Tara Rollis, Alex Brijo, and Emily Weingartner in the backcourt. Jocelyn Curtin, Amy Weststein, and Gracie Gallarda up front. And Texas of Brownsville will start serve here in set #1 in the national championship, the first appearance for Biola in this match since 1997. Jade Guo, the setter for Texas of Brownsville, serves first, dug up by Biola. Back set, Weststein off the slide, nice dig by Texas Brownsville. Down ball dug up by Brijo of Biola. Another slide to Weststein, cross court, and Biola's on the board, 1-0. Britta Blazer will check in for Biola, replacing Weingartner in the front row, and Gracie Gallarda will go back to serve for Biola. Serve deep, dug up by Texas at Brownsville. Set goes outside, hit deep and dug up by Brijo. Gallarda sets Curtin, who goes down the line and gets the kill. 2-0 Biola to start as Annalise Doctor cannot contain the pass. Biola leads here early. Set #1 in this championship match. Gallarda line drive, dug up by Miusin. Set goes outside, dug up by Brijo. Gallarda sets Weststein, who makes it 3-0 Biola. Eagles off to another good start as they had earlier this morning against Concordia when they led 6-1. Gallarda again to serve for Biola. Serve deep down the line, dug up by the libero Miusin. Back set, cross court, the kill goes for University of Texas at Brownsville, Danica Markovic. Markovic gets the Ocelots on the board, 3-1 Biola here in set 1. And Markovic will now go back to serve for Texas at Brownsville. High toss and a jump serve, dug up by Brijo. Good pass. Gallarda back sets Curtin, and it's blocked, but dug up by Brijo. Gallarda will bump set Blazer, who will just get it over, and dug up by Markovic. Guo sets it outside to Doctor, dug up by Rollis, saved by Gallarda. Curtin will tip over the block and dug up by Miusin. Back set it goes to Marquez, who tips, dug up by Blazer. Saved by Brijo, free ball coming over to Texas at Brownsville. Guo sets in the middle to Geha, who hits it in. Anna Gerham makes it 3-2 Biola. Her first swing is a kill. And it's a 3-2 Biola lead here in the first. Markovich will go back to serve here in the near court for Texas at Brownsville. High toss, a jump serve is into the net and a point for Biola. First service error for either team. It's 4-2 Biola. Eagles make a change and bring in Charlie Parker in the back row with Alyssa Mason in the front row, replacing Breho and Curtin. And the junior Charlie Parker will serve for Biola. Parker serve, dug up by Miusin. Guo sets outside, cross court, dug up Rawlis. Gallarda sets it to Mason. Her first touch is a tip deep and a point for UTB. Boy, good idea. She just tipped it a little long, and it's 4-3 Biola. Heather Miusin, the libero for the Texas Brownsville Ocelots, will serve. Ball served deep, dug up Parker. Gallarda sets outside. Mason swings this time and gets dug up by Markovich. At the 10-foot line, rolled over and dug up by Parker. Gallarda saves it, tipped by Weststein, is dug up by Miusin, set in the middle, dug up by Rawlis. Back set goes to Blazer, who throws the laser for the kill. Britta Blazer with the laser, and Biola leads 5-3. Blazer's first kill. Chelsea Arnett's back in up front for Biola, replacing Tara Rawlis as Weststein goes back to serve. Markovich with the pass. Back set goes to Marquez, and she gets the kill. Michelle Marquez, the senior right side, gets her first kill. Biola's lead is 5-4. And now Marquez will go back to serve here in the near court for the Ocelots. Jump float, dug up Parker. Set goes to Blazer in the middle, dug up by Miusin. Guo bump sets. Markovich from the back row, dug up Parker. Gallarda sets it out to Mason. Down the line it goes, and Alyssa Mason gives Biola a 6-4 lead. Weingartner returns for Biola. She replaces Blazer and will go back to serve. Biola with Arnett, Mason, and Gallarda up front. Parker, Rawlis, and Weingartner in the back row. And Weingartner will lead for Biola, or serve for Biola, leading 6-4. Weingartner serve down the line. Miusin with the serve. Guo sets it outside. Cross court. Rawlis gets a chicken wing on it. Saved by Mason, who goes sprawling over the bench. She's okay, getting over there. Slide put down and saved by Biola. What defense! Slide again is good this time by Vanya Joksic. Wow, this crowd on their feet for the Biola defense as Mason goes sprawling over the bench, and a diving save by Parker. Wow. Brownsville down 6-5 on serve. Short serve, Rawlis. Gallarda sets the slide to Arnett, who gets tooled out of bounds, and a point for Biola. Chelsea Arnett, who was unstoppable against Concordia earlier this morning, gives Biola the 7-5 lead. It's her first swing and kill. Curtin returns up front for Parker, and Alyssa Mason will go back to serve for Biola. High toss at a jump serve deep, dug up by Doctor. Dug up by Mason. Gallarda slide to Arnett, it's wide, and a point for Texas at Brownsville. 7-6, we're in set number 1. We hope you're enjoying our championship coverage here this whole entire week. And Vanya Joksic to serve. Dug up Breho down the line. Out it goes to Curtin. Tough angle. Dug up by Texas Brownsville. And the ball goes off our up referee, and a point for Biola. Jocelyn Curtin's second kill, and Biola leads 8-6 here in the first. Weststein back in up front. Rawlis to serve for Biola in front of a great crowd here at the Gateway Arena. Deep serve, Miusin with the pass. Guo sets it outside. Blocked by Biola! Gallarda and Weststein were there, and the Eagles have a 9-6 lead. Markovich with her first attack error. Biola leads by 3. Rawlis serve, dug up Miusin. Guo sets it in the middle. No block up, but dug up by Breho. Bump set to Curtin. Cross court, no good. Point Texas Brownsville. Little too much on that one from Curtin. Her first attack error. Biola's lead is 9-7. Marquez returns up front for the Ocelots, and Guo will come over to serve. Short serve, Brijo. Gallarda sets it out. Curtin tips this time. Dug up by Guo. Set out on the right side. Dug up Weingartner. Set to Westine. Saved by Rollis as it went over her head. Set in the middle. Geha hits it wide, and a point for Biola. Anna Gerha. 6-2 up front. Out of bounds. Biola lead is 10-7. Blazer back in up front. Gallarda serve. Dug up by the Ocelots. Tough pass. Free ball coming over to Biola. No, it's into the tape, and a point for the Eagles. Tough serve, and the libero Miusin couldn't get it over. Biola leads 11-7. Gallarda again to serve for Biola in the far court. Deep serve, cross court. Dug up Miusin. Guo sets in the back row. Dug up Rollis. Net violation on Biola. Net violation on Westine, who was going to block the pipe. Unforced error. Biola still leads 11-8. And now Danica Markovic in the near court to serve for Texas at Brownsville. High toss and jump serve. Dug up Blazer. Gallarda back sets it to Curtin. It's in for the kill. She hit it between the block of Gerha and Doctor. And Biola leads 12-8. Parker and Mason return for Biola. Mason in the front row. Parker in the back row to serve. Best of 5 championship finale. Biola and Texas at Brownsville. We're in the first. Biola up 12-8. Parker deep serve. Dug up Markovic. Quick set in the middle. Geha gets it in. Anna Gerha with kill number 2. Brownsville back within 3 at 12-9. And Heather Miusin, the libero, to serve for Texas at Brownsville. Deep serve, dug up by her counterpart Rollis. Gallarda sets it to Blazer, who tips over the block. Dug up Miusin. Set in the middle, blocked by Biola. Rollis will have to pass over to Mason into the corner. Saved by the Ocelots. Doctor swings, dug up Rollis. Gallarda sets it out to Mason. Cross court, nice dig, Miusin, but over to Biola. Gallarda sets to Westine, who gets it in. 13-9 Biola. Arnitz back in up front for Biola. Westine back to serve, up 13-9 here in the first. Cross court dug up by Markovic. Set in the back row to Markovic, blocked, but off the hands of Arnitz at a point for Texas at Brownsville. Markovic 2 of 5 with 1 attack error. She's hitting 200. Biola leads 13-10. Marquez to serve for Texas Brownsville. Dug up by Parker. Gallarda sets the middle to Blazer. Nice dig, Miusin. Set goes outside to Doctor. Off the hands, in for the kill. Point Texas Brownsville. Doctor's second. She's got more swings than anybody for the Ocelots. Biola's lead is 13-11. Marquez again to serve for the Ocelots. Parker with the pass. Gallarda sets the slide to Arnitz, and it's blocked by the Ocelots. Saved by Mason, over to the Ocelots. Back it goes, off the block, out of bounds, and a kill for number 14, Vanya Joksic. Boy, great effort defensively for Biola. Arnitz got blocked off the slide. Biola's lead is 13-12. Michelle Marquez, the right side, to serve again for the Ocelots. Parker off the tape, gets the pass. Out it goes to Mason, and Mason gets it in. Alyssa Mason, the sophomore transfer from Pepperdine, gets the kill, and Biola leads 14-12. Weingartner back in for Blazer in the back row. Into the game for the Ocelots, number 16, Karina Garcia. She's a DS, so go in the back row for Marquez. 14-12 Biola. Weingartner to serve for the Eagles. Back row, dug deep by Doctor. Doctor will swing. Dug up by Rollis. Gallarda gets there, set goes out to Mason, who tips over the block. Nice dig by Garcia, set in the middle, off the block, out of bounds, and a point for Texas Brownsville. 14-13, Biola leads by 1 here in the first. And Annalise Doctor will go back to serve for the Ocelots. We're only in set number 1. Hope you have nothing else to do tonight because we could be here a while. Parker with the pass. Gallarda sets it out to Mason, and Mason has the ball come over near the scoreboard, saved by the Ocelots, but they're not going to be able to save it, and Biola takes a 15-13 lead. Mason is 3 of 7 with 1 error. Biola leads by 2. Mason will go back to serve as Curtin returns up front for Biola. Mason will high toss and jump serve for Biola. Deep corner, dug up nicely by Doctor. Guo sets it out to Markovic, dug up by Curtin. Gallarda sets it to Curtin, and Curtin gets it in! Curtin just nearly took the head off the defense, and Biola leads 16-13. Curtin with 4. Biola up 3. Lissa Mason to jump serve again off the tape, dug up by Doctor. Guo sets it out to Markovic. Tip, dug up Weingartner. Gallarda slide to Arnitz off the block, dug up by Miusin. Guo tied at the net, blocked by Curtin, dug up by Garcia of the Ocelots. Out of the back row, Doctor, dug up Mason. Gallarda sets it outside to Curtin, off the block, dug up Garcia. Out it goes to Markovic, and it's long, and a point for Biola. My voice is already cracking. Sorry, folks. I've been battling a cold all week, and a timeout called by Todd Lowry of Texas Brownsville. Biola leads 17-13 here in the first in the 2013 NAIA National Championship. We will be back in a moment. Back at the Gateway Arena in the Tyson Event Center, the 2013 NAIA National Championship finale. The number 3 seeded Biola University Eagles facing off against the undefeated Texas at Brownsville Ocelots, leading 17-13 here in the first. Want to say hi to Kelsey Smith, who emailed in. Thank you, Kelsey. Appreciate that. Alyssa Mason to serve for Biola in the far court as we start here after the Ocelot timeout. Mason will high toss, a jump serve again, dug up Miusin. Good pass. Guo tied at the net, blocked by Guo as she went up with Curtin, and a point for Texas at Brownsville. That's the first kill for Jade Guo, and Biola's lead is 17-14. Joksic to serve now for the Ocelots. Down the line, dug up Breho. Gallarda sets it out to Jocelyn Curtin, who goes down the line for the kill. Jocelyn Curtin with a team high 5. Biola leads 18-14. Weststein back in up front. Rollis to serve for Biola. Short serve, dug up Miusin. Slide to Geha. Off the tape. That could be 4 hits, and it is 4 hits, and a point for Biola. That ball never looked like it got above the tape, and Biola's got a 5-point lead in 19-14. Rollis again to serve for Biola. Deeper serve this time is too deep, and a point for Texas Brownsville. First service error for Biola. The Eagles lead 19-15 here in the first. Back in up front is Michelle Marquez for the Ocelots, and Jade Guo will go back to serve in the near court. Lollipop, Breho sets it outside. Curtin got another one. Wow. The sophomore Jocelyn Curtin's got 6 kills for Biola, and the Eagles lead 20-15. Blazer back in up front for Biola's Gracie Gallarda. The senior setter will go back to serve in the far court. Gallarda line drive, Miusin with the pass. Guo back sets it to Markovic. Dug up Gallarda off the net, and a point for Texas Brownsville. That was nearly self-defense there by Gallarda as Markovic just nailed her in the shoulder, and Markovic has got 3. 20-16, Biola by 4. Ocelots on serve with Markovic. Dug up Brijo. Gallarda back sets it to Curtin, who hits it in. Right on the back line, Jocelyn Curtin with 7 kills, and Biola's got a 21-16 lead. Parker and Mason back in for Biola. The junior Charlie Parker will go back to serve, leading 21-16. Parker cross-court serve is out of bounds, and a point for Brownsville. Second service error for Biola. That's one thing they really wanted to make sure didn't happen tonight, was give them unforced errors. Mewson to serve down the line. Parker with the pass. Gallarda shoots set to Westein. Nice dig, Mewson. Set out of the back row, Markovic. Dug up Gallarda. Rollis will have to bump set. Blazer hits it long, but no touch. Point Texas Brownsville. Ocelots back within 3, 21-18, and Mewson, the libero, will serve in the near court again for Brownsville. Serve cross court, dug up Mason. Gallarda sets to Westein, who tips, but a double is called on Gallarda. Ocelots back within 2, 21-19. Aaron Seltzer looks like he wants to call timeout, but doesn't get it in time. Dug up Rollis. Gallarda to Westein. She got it in the corner. Maybe a gift in disguise for Biola that Aaron Seltzer did not get the timeout called. Biola back on top by 3, 22-19. Arnott's back in up front for Biola, replaced, and then Westein going in the back row to serve. Cross court, dug up Doctor. Set in the middle to number 14, Vanya Joksic, who puts it in. Joksic with 4. She hasn't been stopped yet. 4 of 7, no errors. Biola's lead is 22-20. Marquez to serve for the Ocelots. Jump float, Parker. Gallarda outside to Mason, who has to tip, block, dug up Rollis. Gallarda sets Mason again, and she gets blocked by the Ocelots. 22-21, Biola's lead is down to 1, and Aaron Seltzer wants to talk it over. Texas of Brownsville is back within 1. Biola trying to get set number 1 in the books, but it's going to be a dogfight all night. Biola leads 22-21. We'll be back in a moment. Josh Banker back with you at the Gateway Arena Tyson Event Center, the 2013 NAIA National Championship finale. Biola leads 22-21 here in the first set. Best of 5. Kirk Mitchell and Maggie Todd, all the Todds are listening tonight, and the McGills. Marquez to serve for the Ocelots. Parker with the pass. Gallarda blocked at the net, and a lift is called, or is it a back row attack? It is a back row attack called, and a point for Brownsville, who's tied it at 22. Biola needs a side out in the worst way right here, and Marquez will serve again for the Ocelots. They need a good pass, does the Eagles. Parker lets it go, and that'll work too. Biola sees the Ocelots miss their second serve. Eagles lead 23-22. Blazer checks out, and Weingartner goes back to serve for Biola. Eagles lead 23-22 in the first. Got a long way to go in this one. Weingartner serve deep, dug up Markovic. Slide to Joksic, and she got the kill. Vanya Joksic ties it at 23. Biola and Texas Brownsville here in the finale. Annalise Doctor, freshman outside, will go back to serve here in the near court for Brownsville. Deep serve, Parker with the pass. Gallarda sets it out to Mason, and Mason gets the kill. Mason with 4, Biola with the set point at 24-23. Curtin back in up front, and Mason will go back to serve for Biola. Mason, a high toss, a jump serve, dug up by Doctor. Out it goes, and cross court, it's good by the Ocelots' Michelle Marquez, and we're going extras here in set 1. We're tied at 24. Joksic to serve for the Ocelots as Gerha returns back up front. Deep serve, dug up Weingartner, not a good pass this time. Weingartner will have to get it over. Dug up by the Ocelots, set to Gerha, tipped over, the block is good. And now the Ocelots with set point at 25-24. Biola calls their final timeout here of set one. Championship finale, Biola trails 25-24 here in set one. We will be back in a moment. Biola calling their final timeout here of set number one. Texas Brownsville with their first set point at 25-24. And Vanya Joksic back to serve here in the near court for Texas at Brownsville. Joksic down the line, dug up Brijo. Gallarda tight set, dumped over and in! Wow, we're tied at 25. Weststein back in up front. Rawless back to serve for Biola. Lollipop dug up Miusin. Set tipped over and tipped in by Guo. And the Ocelots with set point number two at 26-25. Garcia checks out for the Ocelots. And Guo will go back to serve for Texas at Brownsville. Lollipop short serve, dug up Rawless. Set goes to Weststein. Blocked, dug up by the Ocelots. They will swing for the set and get the kill. Danica Markovic gives Texas at Brownsville a 27-25 win in set number one. They now lead the best of five, 1-0. We got a dogfight here at the Gateway Arena at the Tyson Event Center. Texas at Brownsville takes set number one, 27-25. They lead the best of five, 1-0. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and be back for set number two. You're watching the championship finale here in Sioux City, Iowa. Well, it was about as even as you could get in that first set. Both teams with 18 kills, both with one block, both teams with a couple of service errors. But the Brownsville Ocelots hitting 318 to Biola's 279, take it 27-25. They now lead the best of five, 1-0. Texas at Brownsville trying to get their first undefeated season in school history. They're 36-0, Biola 27-3 in their first final since 1997. Biola will be in the near court as we start set two. It'll be Gracie Gallarda to serve. She's got Brijo, Rawless, Curtin, Weststein, and Blazer. Galar to serve, dug up down the line by Markovich. Quick set in the middle, and Gerha gets the kill for Texas at Brownsville. Anna Gerha with the kill gives the Ocelots a 1-0 lead. Marquez back in up front, replacing Garcia. Guo to serve for the Ocelots. Brijo with the pass. Gallarda back sets Curtin, tough angle, dug up Miusin. Outside it goes Markovich, off the tape, and a kill for the Ocelots. She had enough topspin on it, and Texas Brownsville leads 2-0 here in the second. Biola trailing 1-0. Jade Guo to serve for Texas at Brownsville. Deep serve, Rollis with the pass. Gallarda shoots it to Westine, who tips it into the net, and a point for Brownsville. Aaron Seltzer already pacing along the sideline. Biola down 3-0 here in the second. Guo again to serve for the Ocelots. Rollis with the good pass. Gallarda back sets it over to Curtin. It's blocked by the Ocelots. Gerha and Markovich make it 4-0 Texas at Brownsville. And a quick early timeout called by Aaron Seltzer. Texas at Brownsville up 1-0, up 4-0 to start set 2. We will be back in a moment. Biola yet to get on the board here in set 2, trailing 4-0 to the top-seeded Ocelots from University of Texas at Brownsville. Jade Guo, the Chinese setter, will go back to serve for the Ocelots in the far court. Another lollipop, short serve, Brijo. Gallarda sets it to Westine, who finally gets Biola on the board. Westine with her 5th kill, Biola trailing 4-1. Parker and Mason back in the near court for Biola. Charlie Parker will serve. Serve down the line, dug up by Doctor. Set goes in the middle to Gerha, and it's blocked by Biola. Point for the Eagles. 4-2, Biola's cut the lead in half here in the second, trailing 1-0. Parker to serve again for Biola here in the near court. Parker served into the corner. Doctor with the pass. Back set goes to Markovich. She had a one-on-one with Mason, and she got the kill. Zenitsa Markovich with 7. She leads the Ocelots, and they lead 5-2. She will now go back to serve for Texas at Brownsville. High tossing jump serve, dug up Rollis. Gallarda sets it to Westine, who tips it into the tape, at a point for Texas at Brownsville. Set a little too high by Gallarda, and she knew it. Brownsville with a 4-point lead again, 6-2. Biola down 1-0. Markovich serve, Rollis with the pass. Gallarda has to bump set. Mason tips it over the block, dug up by Guo. Bump set by Musin to Marquez, dug up by Parker. Gallarda outside, it goes to Mason, cross court, nice dig Musin. Doctor from the 10-foot line, hit it out of bounds, and a point for Biola. 6-3, Biola still down a field goal. Randy Wright checking in. Thank you, Randy. Cross court serve, dug up Doctor. Set goes out of the back row, Markovich gets it in. She isn't a player of the year candidate for nothing, folks, and the Brownsville Ocelots lead 7-3. Musin to serve for the Ocelots, cross court, dug up Parker. Gallarda has to set it out to Mason over the block, dug up by the Ocelots' Markovich. Doctor tips, dug up Gallarda. Rollis bump sets it to Mason, off the block, dug up by Musin. Back set to Marquez, dug up Parker of Biola. Gallarda sets it to Blazer, off the block, out of bounds, point Biola. Britta Blazer with her second kill. Biola down 7-4 here in the second, down 1-0. In case you're just joining us, Biola falling 27-25 in the first. Weingartner back in for Blazer and will serve for Biola here in the near court. Weingartner, one of 5 seniors. Ball dug up by the Ocelots. Tight set back, and it's hit out of bounds, and a point for Biola. Eagles were down 4-0 to start set number 2, or gotten back to within 2 at 7-5. Weingartner in the near court for Biola along the left sideline, goes cross court, and it'll be an ace for Biola. Emily Weingartner gets the second ace of the evening for the Eagles, who are back within 1 at 7-6. And now a timeout called by Todd Lowry of the Brownsville Ocelots. We'll take a break ourselves. We're in the second set, Biola down 7-6 and trailing 1-0. We will be back in a moment. Back at the Gateway Arena in the Tyson Event Center, Josh Banker with you for the 2013 NAIA National Volleyball Championship Finale. Biola in their first championship finale since '97, trailing 1-0 against Texas Brownsville, and down just 1 now at 7-6 here in the second. Weingartner in the near court to serve along the left sideline for Biola. Goes cross court again, dug up by the Ocelot. Set goes in the middle and tipped over the block by Vanya Joksic. Joksic with kill number 6, and the Ocelots retake a 2-point lead, 8-6. Marquez back to serve now for the Ocelots. She will jump float for the Brownsville Ocelots. Bad pass by Parker, saved by Gallarda. Rollis does get it over for Biola. Guo outside, one-on-one. Doctor gets the kill. 9-6. Brownsville with a 3-point lead again. They've gotten 2 in a row after the timeout. Marquez again to serve for Texas Brownsville. Parker with the good pass this time. Slide to Arnitz. Down the line, dug up by the Ocelots to Biola, but a double is called on Texas at Brownsville. Really an instinctive play by the Ocelots, just trying to get it over, and she doubled. And a 9-7 Ocelot lead with Biola back on serve here in the near court with Alyssa Mason. She will jump serve. Musin, good pass. Tip, dug up by Rollis. Gallarda sets out of the back row to Mason, dug up Musin. In the middle set, in for the Ocelots is Vanya Joksic. 10-7 Brownsville with a 3-point lead. Annalise Doctor will go back to serve now for the Ocelots in the far court. Brijo in the back row returns for Mason. Cross court, Brijo with the pass. Gallarda sets it outside to Jocelyn Curtin, and Curtin gets the kill for Biola. Curtin with 8 to lead Biola. 10-8, Biola back within 2. Rollis to serve as Weststein returns up front. Ball dug up by her counterpart, Musin. Back set it goes. Slide is good for the Ocelots, Vanya Joksic. The Ocelots hitting over 3-10, have a 3-point lead at 11-8. Joksic now back to serve. Into the net and a point for Biola. Third service error for the Ocelots. Blazer returns up front for Biola. Gracie Gallarda, the senior setter, will serve in the near court for the Eagles. Down the line it goes, dug up by Markovic. Set to Gerha, and it's in for the kill. Gerha 5 of 8 with 3 errors. Biola down 12-9. Now on serve receive with Jade Guo back to serve for Texas Brownsville. Serve dug up Brijo. Gallarda sets it out to Blazer. Block dug up Rollis. Gallarda tied at the net. Weststein blocked, dug up by the Ocelots. Bump set goes to Markovic, and she gets dug up by Rollis. Gallarda, Blazer just gets it over. Nice dig by the Ocelots. Overpass Blazer, gets dug up again by the Ocelots. Doctor, she swings from the back row, dug up Gallarda. Rollis will have to set it outside. Curtin tip, nice dig, Miusin. Doctor again out of the back row. Dug up by Brijo, saved by Curtin. Over to the Ocelots it goes. Into the corner, Biola gets it. Brijo, Gallarda, Blazer gets blocked by the Ocelots. Anna Gerha, who does the shimmy. And the Brownsville Ocelots lead 13-10. Blazers' second attack, error, Biola down 4. Lollipop, short serve, Rollis. Gallarda sets to Weststein. Nice dig by Doctor. Out it goes to Markovic. Blocked by Curtin and Weststein. 13-10, Biola down 3. Mason returns up front for Biola. Parker in the back row. Curtin and Brijo check out. Biola needs a little run as they trail by 3 here in the second and down 1-0 to the Ocelots of Texas Brownsville. Parker, deep serve, dug up Miusin. Guo, back set. Markovic tips it over and tips it in. Danica Markovic is such a smart player. She's got 9 kills for the Ocelots, retaking the lead from Vanya Joksic. 14-10, Brownsville with the lead. High tossing jump serve from Markovic. Rollis with the pass. Gallarda has to set Blazer, who tips it on the line for the kill. Blazer puts away the laser and tips it down the line and gets the Biola within 3, 14-11. 3 kills for Blazer. Arnott's back in up front. Weststein to serve. Dug up Miusin. Markovic got another one. Biola needs a stop here. They're down 15-11, and Markovic has got 10, the first of double figures for either team. Cross-court serve, Parker with the pass. Gallarda one-hands it to Mason, off the block and in. Wow, that's great improvisation there by Biola as Gracie Gallarda, who instinctively threw the hand up there, actually got a great set out to Mason, who hit it off the block for the kill. Weingartner in the near court now for Biola to serve, down 15-12 here in the second. Biola down 1-0 here in the finale. Weingartner down the line, dug up by the Ocelots, but a foot fault called on Emily Weingartner, so it'll be a service error, which is number 3 for Biola. 16-12, Biola down 4. Marquez to serve for the Ocelots. Rollis, Gallarda, Arnott slide blocked out of bounds, and a point for Biola. Arnott's just her second kill. She's only had 6 swings. Biola down 16-13. Curtin back in up front, and Alyssa Mason will go back to serve here in the near court for Biola. High toss, a jump serve from Mason. Good dig by the Ocelots. Set in the middle, blocked by Biola, dug up by Gallarda. Out of the back row, Mason swings and gets the kill. Alyssa Mason with kill number 6. Biola back within 2, 16-14. Mason again to serve for Biola. Into the net, and a point for the Brownsville Ocelots. Brijo back in for Mason. That's the 4th service error for Biola, and the first for Alyssa Mason. Biola in serve receive, trailing 17-14 with Doctor serving. Serve is long, and both teams exchanging service errors here in the second. Biola back within 2. Weststein back in up front as Rollis will go back to serve for Biola. Short serve, Miusin. Back set the slide. It goes down the line, and Vanya Joksic gets the kill. Before that swing, the Ocelots were hitting .292 here in the set. Biola down to 18-15. Brijo with the pass for Biola. Gallardo swings, it has a block. Dug up Brijo. Gallardo sets to Westine, who tips it in. Westine with 6. She ties Alyssa Mason for second behind Jocelyn Curtin's 8. Biola's still down 2 though, 18-16. Blazer back in up front, Gallardo to serve. Short serve, Miusin. Set, tipped over, dug up by Gallardo. Blazer from the 10-foot line, dug up by Miusin. Out it goes, Markovic tips, dug up Brijo. Gallardo sets to Westine, who gets it in. Westine with 7, Biola down just 1 now at 18-17. Gallardo in the near court again to serve for Biola. Down the line deep, dug up Doctor, set to Gerhard, and it's on the back line for the kill. Biola down 2 at 19-17. Garcia checks out. Guo back to serve now for the Ocelots. Deep corner, dug up Brijo. Gallardo barely gets there. Blazer rolls it off the tape, and a nice dig by the Ocelots. Marquez dug up Gallardo. Bump set by Rollis. Curtin swings off the block, dug up Blazer. Quick set in the middle, over the head of Westine, and a kill for the, a point for the Ocelots. I keep wanting to call them the Scorpions because that's what they used to be, and now they're the Ocelots. And Biola takes their final timeout. Biola down 1-0, trailing 20-17 here in the second. We will be back in a moment. Biola in their first NAIA National Championship finale since 1997 has got some work to do. They trail 1-0 to the number 1 ranked Ocelots from Texas at Brownsville, and they're down 20-17 here in the second. Biola using their final timeout as Jade Guo will go back to serve in the far court for Brownsville. Deep serve, dug up Rollis. Gallardo sets to Westine, who gets dug up by Miusin. Tight set at the net, blocked, Biola with it. Back set goes to Blazer, dug up Miusin. Out of the back row, Doctor, blocked by Westine, free ball to Biola. Gallardo out to Curtin, off the block. Miusin can't recover, and a point for Biola. Lots of oohs and ahs from the crowd as both teams getting after it defensively. Biola back within 2 at 2018. Mason and Parker back in for Biola. Charlie Parker to serve for the Eagles. Line drive dug up by the Ocelots. Doctor out of the back row, dug up Parker. Gallardo sets it out to Mason, cross court. Nice dig, Miusin. Back set to Marquez, dug up by Biola, saved by Mason. Free ball coming to the Ocelots. Gerha outside. Danita Markovic is blocked by the Eagles. Westine and Blazer, and Biola's back within 1 at 2019. Parker to serve for Biola, who's back within 1. First block for Blazer, the fourth for Westine. Deep serve dug up by the Ocelots. Gerhard tips over and out of bounds, and a point for Biola. And actually, it wouldn't have mattered because there was a lift called on the Ocelots, and Biola has tied it at 20. Here in the second, down 1-0. Parker to serve again for Biola. Miusin with the pass. Guo back sets Markovic, and it's in the corner for the kill. You got to know Markovic is going to be the one to get the key kill for the Ocelots, as she did there. She's got 10, and it's 21-20 Brownsville. Markovic will now go back to serve, and it's an ace for the Ocelots. Key time for the first ace of the night for Texas Brownsville. They lead 22-20. And Markovic will serve again for the Ocelots. High tossing jump serve from the back row, far court, dug up by Parker. Blazer will swing and get blocked, but dug up by the Ocelots. They have it. Back set goes to Marquez, who tips, dug up Gallarda. Rollis will set it way outside to Blazer. It's blocked out of bounds, and Blazer gets Biola back within one at 22-21. Blazer with 4. Arnott's back in up front for Biola. Weststein to serve. Weststein serve, dug up Miusin. Guo back sets Marquez. Hit wide and out of bounds, and Biola's tied it at 22. Biola down 1-0, trying to tie it up, and we are tied here at 22 in the second. Weststein again to serve for Biola. She goes down the line, dug up by Markovic. Set goes outside. Markovic is blocked, dug up Weststein. Gallarda sets it out to Mason, and Mason gets it in the corner for the kill. 23-22, Biola has taken the lead in the second, and Todd Lowry wants to talk it over for Brownsville. Eagles down 1-0, but has come back to take a 23-22 lead here in the second. We will be back in a moment. Ken and Elaine Carlson checking in from Oceanside tonight. Thank you guys for your email. Biola leads 23-22 here in the second, but down 1-0. Amy Weststein in the near court will serve for Biola. She's got Arnitz, Mason, and Blazer up front with Parker and Gallard in the back row. Serve down the line, dug up by the Ocelots. Gerha gets the kill in the middle for UTB. Gerha with 7. Biola and the Scorpions tied at 23. This looks like almost a replay of set number 1 that Brownsville won 27-25. Rollis with the pass. Gallarda sets a double, and it'll be set point for Texas Brownsville. Serve cross court, Parker. Gallarda sets the slide to Arnitz. It's down the line, and Biola's tied it at 24. And for the second straight sets, we're going extras here. Biola down 1-0. Jeff Hoffman checking in. Thank you, Jeff, for your text. Appreciate that. Weingartner back in for Biola to serve. Down the line, dug up Miusin. Guo bump sets outside. Off the hands, out of bounds, and a point for the Ocelots, as Annalise Doctor gives the Brownsville Scorpions set point number 2 at 25-24. Biola got a touch on it but couldn't recover, and that'll be Marquez to serve for Brownsville in the far court. Jump float, Parker with the pass. Gallarda has to set the slide to Arnitz. It's in the line for the kill. Arnitz with just 4 kills, but Biola's tied it at 25. Garcia returns in the back row for Marquez for Brownsville. Mason to serve. His Curtin returns up front for Biola. Mason serve off the tape. Dug up Miusin. Slide. Cross court off of the head of Arnitz, out of bounds, and a point for the Brownsville Scorpions. Joksic with the kill. That is her 10th. She joins Markovic in double figures for Brownsville, who's got set point number 3 at 26-25. Brijo in the back row now for Biola, replacing Mason Doctor to serve for the Ocelots. Breho with the pass. Set to Arnitz. Cross court off the block. Dug up Curtin. Set goes out to Curtin, who tips over the block. Dug up nicely by the Ocelots. Garcia, now Doctor will just have to free ball it over to Biola. Breho. Gallarda. Arnitz. Blocked by the Ocelots, and that will end set number 2. And for the second straight set, Biola loses 27-25. They've got a big hole to climb out of now, trailing 2 sets to none to the number 1 seeded Ocelots of Texas at Brownsville. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Biola down 2 sets to none. You're watching the championship finale from the Gateway Arena here at the Tyson Event Center. Biola in their first championship finale since the 97 season has got a big hole to climb out of. They trail 2 sets to none, but have been right in it, point for point, with the number 1 seeded Ocelots from the University of Texas at Brownsville. And for the second straight set, Biola loses 27-25. Biola hitting just 182 in that second set compared to 244 for the Ocelots. Both teams with 4 blocks apiece. The digs are within 3 at 37-34 for Biola. Kills are pretty close too. Brownsville with 35, Biola 32. But Biola hasn't been able to stop Markovic and Yaksik, who have combined for 20 kills for the Ocelots. Biola led by Jocelyn Curtin, who has 9. Alyssa Mason and Amy Weststein with 7. Well, let's see what Biola has left in the tank. The undefeated season for Texas at Brownsville on the line, as well as a national championship at stake here on court number 1. Josh Banker here with you from Sioux City. Glad you're with us wherever you are this evening. Brownsville on serve to start in the near court here in set number 3. Biola down 2 sets to none. Guo to serve, dug up Breho. Gallarda sets it out to Jocelyn Curtin, who gets dug up by the the Ocelots, but no recovery, and Biola's on the board first here in the third, 1-0. Curtin the first in double figures for Biola with 10. Gallarda back to serve as Blazer returns up front for Breho. For Weingartner. Set out of the back row, dug up by Rollis into the crowd, and a point for Annalise Doctor and the Brownsville Scorpions. That's the one huge difference between these two teams, is that Brownsville's got a great attack out of the back row. Markovic and Doctor. Markovic served, dug up Breho, good pass. Back set to Curtin, cross court, it's long, and a point for the Brownsville Ocelots. Just the third attack error for Curtin, who's got a team-high 10 kills. 2-1 Brownsville. Markovic to serve again, and it's long, and a point for Biola. Just long. The linesman actually took a second to call that, and All of us kind of took a collective deep breath on that one. Biola and Brownsville tied at 2. Mason back in the front row. Parker back to serve for Biola in the far court. Ball dug up by Markovich. Out it goes to Doctor, and it's in for the kill. Westine and Blazer couldn't quite close the seam there, and Brownsville leads 3-2. Rollis with the pass. Set goes to Westine. Tip dug up Musin. Doctor swings and gets it in. 4-2. Brownsville leading by a deuce here in the third set. Biola down 2-0. Rollis with a good pass for Biola. Out it goes to Mason. Down the line. Nice dig, Guo. Doctor tips and has it blocked by Westine. Westine with block number 5. Biola back within 1 at 4-3. Arnott's back in up front, and Westine back to serve now for Biola. Cross court, dug up by Markovich. Quick set in the middle, and Yoxic gets blocked, but dug up by the Ocelots. Marquez, tough angle, hit it out of bounds, and a point for Biola. We're tied at 4 here in the third. Biola trying to extend it to a 4-set down, 2-0. After 2 thrilling sets where Biola fell 27-25 in both sets. Serve goes down the line, almost an ace. Mason hits the overpass out of bounds, at a point for Brownsville. Wow, I can't believe they actually got out of the way. Mason went for her slam dunk and didn't get it. Brownsville leads 5-4. Rollis with the pass. Blazer in the middle. Block dug up by Blazer. Gallarda sets it out to Mason, who tips line and gets the kill. Mason with 8. Biola's tied it at 5 here in the third. Weingartner back in for Biola. Karina Garcia back in for the Ocelots, replacing Marquez. And Weingartner, the senior DS, will go back to serve for Biola. Deep serve, almost an ace as 2 Ocelots knock into each other. Markovic from the back row, dug up by Biola. Blocked at the net, however, by Vanya Joksic, and Texas Brownsville takes a 6-5 lead. 6-5, Texas Brownsville leads here in the third. Biola down 2-0. Joksic to serve, or excuse me, Doctor to serve, dug up Parker. Gallarda sets the slide to Arnitz, who tips line, and it's in for the kill. Right on the back line, Arnitz with 5, and Biola's tied it at 6. Curtin returns up front for Parker, and Alyssa Mason will go back to serve for the Eagles. Jump serve by Mason, nice pass for Houston, overpass, put in by Curtin, and Biola's leading now 7-6. Mason to serve, dug up Markovich. Back set slide, down the line is good by Joksic. Vanya Joksic ties it at 7. She's got 11. Make it 12. And we're tied at 7. Joksic with the serve, pass by Weingartner, slide, Arnitz blocked out of bounds, and a point for Biola. Arnitz with 6, Biola retakes an 8-7 lead. Westine returns up front. Rollis back to serve for Biola. Cross-court serve, Markovich with the pass. Set to Gerha, blocked by Westine! Westine with her 6th block, and Biola leads 9-7. Rollis again to serve for Biola. Ball into the net and a service error for Biola. Service error number 5 for the Eagles and the second for Rollis. It's a 9-8 Biola lead here in the third. Jade Guo to serve for the Ocelots. Jump float, serve deep, dug up Rollis. Gallarda sets the slide to Westine. It's blocked out of bounds, and a point for Biola. Weststein now with 8. Biola leads 10-8 here in the third. Blazer back in up front for Weingartner. And Gallardo will serve for Biola. Serve deep, dug up by Musin. Marquez sends it over, dug up by Brijo. Curtin tips over the block and dug up by Markovic. Marquez blocked out of bounds and a point for the Ocelots. Marquez with just her second kill, and Biola's lead is 10-9. Markovic in the near court to serve now for Brownsville. High tossing jump serve, dug up Rollis. Gallardo sets to Weststein. Nice dig, Miusin. Doctor from the 10-foot line, deep and a. Ooh, they called it in on the back line, and Texas Brownsville is tied it at 10. No argument from Biola. And Doctor with the kill ties it at 10 for Brownsville. Markovic will jump serve again for the Ocelots. Morales with the pass, set goes to Weststein, blocked, dug up by Rollis. Blazer, tough angle, dug up by the Ocelots. Doctor will get it over, dug up by Brijo. Gallardo sets to Weststein, nice dig by the Ocelots again. Free ball coming to Biola, crowd wants a double on the Ocelots. Blazer gets dug up by the Scorpions, saved by Miusin, free ball coming to Biola. Brijo. Gallardo, Weststein gets the kill. Weststein with 9, and Biola retakes an 11-10 lead here in the third. Biola down 2-0. Mason and Parker returned for Biola. Mason in the front row, Parker to serve for Biola. Parker serving the corner, Markovic. Back set it goes to Marquez. Gallardo can't control it. It goes nearly into the crowd, and it does on a bounce and a point for Brownsville. Marquez with her third kill. Biola and Brownsville tied at 11. And Heather Miusin, the libero, will serve for the Ocelots. Dug up by her counterpart, Rollis. Set goes to Mason off the block. Dug up by Markovic. Set in the middle, tip, but a double is called on Jade Guo, and a point for Biola. 12-11, Biola takes the 1-point lead. Weststein to serve as Arnitz comes back in up front for Biola. Deep serve dug up by Miusin. Set to Joksic. It's in between the block for the kill. Joksic with 13. She leads everybody, and the Ocelots have tied it at 12. Marquez in the near court to serve for Brownsville. From the middle of the floor, dug up by Parker. Gallardo sets the slide to Arnitz, cross court, dug up by Markovic. Tied at the net, Rollis saves it. Out it goes to Mason, who gets it between the block and dug up nicely by Markovic. Wow. Guo at the net joust, dug up by the Ocelots. Doctor blocked out of bounds, and a point for the Ocelots, who retake the 13-12 lead. Want to say hi to John Cho, who's also listening to us tonight. Biola trailing 13-12. Marquez to serve, dug up Parker. Gallardo sets the middle to Blazer. Nice dig by Markovic. Doctor dug up by Parker. Gallardo outside to Mason off the block, dug up by Parker. Gallardo sets to Arnitz, and it's into the net, and a point for the Ocelots. Kristen Ferguson and company listening to us as well. Texas Brownsville takes the 2-point lead, and Biola calls the timeout. We're in set 3. Biola down 2-0 here in the championship finale of the 2013 NAIA National Volleyball Championship. We're going to take a break and be back in just a moment. All the Mathers and Feltmans also watching us tonight, or listening, I guess, if you're hearing me. Maybe you got both the NAIA feed and my audio feed going at the same time. But Biola trailing 2-0, down 14-12 here in the third, trying to extend it to a fourth set. Ocelots on serve in the near court. It'll be Marquez for Brownsville. Parker with the pass for Biola. Gallardo sets the slide. It's cross court and good. That's number 7 for Arnotts. Biola back within one, 14-13. Also want to say hi to the Hoffmans who are listening to us in Seattle. Jeff Hoffman sending us a email. I know I keep saying Scorpions. I apologize. I know it's the Ocelots. Weingartner serve, dug up by Markovic. Slide to Joksic, blocked, dug up Parker. Off the net, over the net, dug up by Parker by Biola. Out it goes to Mason, one-on-one, nice dig by Miusin. Outside it goes to Doctor, and it's in for the kill. Annalise Doctor, the freshman outside, gets the kill for the Ocelots, and Biola's down 2 again, 15-13. Biola giving the Ocelots everything they have here tonight. Doctor to serve. Pass by Rollis. Not a good one. Saved by Gallardo, but no such thing for the Eagles as Gallardo's in a heap, but gets back up for Biola, down 16-13. Ocelots to serve, leading by 3. Doctor dug up Parker. Gallardo sets the slide to Arnotts, who has to tip. Dug up by the Ocelots, now over to Biola. Gallardo bump sets Mason off the block, dug up Parker, saved by Rollis. Free ball going over to the Ocelots. Guo outside, off the block, dug up Rollis, saved by Parker. Mason gets it over, dug up by Doctor. Outside it goes to Markovic, dug up Rollis. Gallardo out to Mason again, who gets the kill! Wow! Parker and Rollis, BFFs on this team for sure. Getting the great defense in the back row for Biola. Eagles down 2 again at 16-14. Mason will high toss a jump serve, and it's dug up by Doctor. Overpass, Curtin dug up by the Ocelots. Free ball coming to Biola. Rollis, Gallardo, outside to Curtin, who gets it in! Curtin with 12, Biola back within 1 at 16-15. Mason again to serve, dug up by Doctor. Set in the middle, and a block for the Eagles! Arnotts and Blazer has tied this game for Biola at 16 here in the third. Mason to serve again for Biola. Dug up Miusin. Guo in the middle. And in for the kill is Joksic. Or by Doctor, excuse me. Annalise Doctor with her 12th kill. Brownsville back on top, 17-16. Joksic to serve for the Ocelots. Dug up by Brijo. Gallardo sets it out to Curtin, who gets another one. Jocelyn Curtin with a team-high 13 for Biola. And we're tied at 17 as Rollis will go back to serve. Weststein is in. Set goes outside, one-on-one. In for the kill is Markovic. Markovic now with 11, and Biola down 18-17 again. Marquez back in up front. Guo to serve for the Ocelots. Brijo with the pass. Gallardo sets to Weststein. Dug up Miusin. Out of the back row, it's Doctor, dug up by Rollis. Gallardo sets Weststein, and it's blocked by Gerha, who does her shimmy again. And Brownsville leads 19-17. And Biola calls a timeout. Ocelots lead 2-0 and lead 19-17 here in the third against the number 3 seeded Biola Eagles. We'll take a timeout ourselves. We'll be back in a moment. Josh Banker back with you here at the Gateway Arena, the Tyson Event Center, the 2013 NAIA National Championship finale. Biola down 2-0, trailing 19-17 here in the third, after the Ocelots took sets 1 and 2, both 27-25. Jade Guo, the setter for the Ocelots, will serve. Serve is deep, dug up Brijo. Gallarda has to come out and get it. Curtin will swing and tip and dug up by the Ocelots. Overpass put away by Curtin, and Biola's back within one at 19-18. Curtin now with 14. She has a match high, and Biola's back within one. Blazer back in up front, and Gallarda to serve for Biola. Ball dug up, served by Markovic. Outside to Marquez. Dug up Curtin, overpass, blocked out of bounds. Westside with a great play, but too much momentum from her, and the swing from the Ocelots give them a 2-point lead at 2018. Westside came out of nowhere and almost made a fantastic play. Markovic to high toss, a jump serve, dug up Brijo. Gallarda sets it out to Blazer and throws the laser into the corner for the kill. The Blazer laser connects for the 5th time, and Biola down just one again at 2019. Mason back in up front, Parker to serve for Biola in the far court. Biola trying to extend it to a 4th set here in the finale. Parker serve, deep, dug up Markovic. Set goes out. Blocked by Biola over to the Ocelots. Back set again to Markovic. Blocked, dug up by the Ocelots. Over the head of Rollis on the pass into the corner, and a point for Brownsville. 21-20 in favor of the Ocelots. They're 4 points away from an undefeated season and national championship. Rollis with a good pass. Set goes to Westine, and she hits it wide, and a point for the Ocelots. 3-point lead for Texas Brownsville at 22-19. Rollis with the pass. Gallarda sets it out to Mason. Dug up out of bounds, and a point for Biola. Eagles will not go quietly, down 22-20. Mason now with 10. She's the second in double figures for Biola. Arnett's back in up front, and Westine to serve for Biola in the far court. Cross court serve. Tough pass, back set to Marquez, who tips it in. Off the tape, and the Brownsville Ocelots lead 23-20. Marquez in the near court to serve for Brownsville. Jump float upcoming. Parker with the pass. Gallarda has to come out and get it. Mason will swing off the hands. It's good, and a point for Biola. Mason with 11, Biola back within 2, 23-21. Weingartner back in for Blazer, and she will serve down 2 and down 2-0 here in the third. Weingartner in the far court along the right sideline. Will serve cross court, dug up Markovic. Set goes outside, Doctor, dug up Rollis, saved by Brijo. Free ball coming over to the Ocelots. Musin. Set outside to Doctor, off the hands, dug up Rollis. Bump set by Parker. Mason swings and hits it long, and it's championship point upcoming for Texas Brownsville at 24-21. And the freshman outside, Annalise Doctor, will serve for Texas at Brownsville. Biola down 2-1, and it's match point number 1 for Texas Brownsville. Doctor serve, dug up by Parker. Gallarda sets to Mason. Over the block, dug up by the Ocelots. Overpass tipped in by Mason. Biola still alive at 24-22. Curtin back in the front row for Biola, and Alyssa Mason will go back to serve. It's match point number 2 for the Ocelots. Mason jump serve into the net, and that will do it. Brownsville has an undefeated season, and they win set number 3, 25-22. They win the 2013 NAIA National Championship 3-0 over Biola, 27-25, 27-25, and 25-22. We'll take a quick timeout and be back to wrap things up from Sioux City. Josh Banker will be back in a moment. Well, a great run by the Eagles of Biola ends here in their first championship finale since '97. They fall to the Ocelots from the University of Texas at Brownsville in 3 sets, 27-25, 27-25, and 25-20. Texas Brownsville ends their perfect season at 37-0. Biola's season ends at 27-4, the number 2 team in the country. Boy, Biola sure played well in this entire tournament. Their first loss of this tournament against an undefeated Brownsville team who was just loaded. But a valiant effort and a great effort. Nothing to hang your head about, Biola. Your Eagles were outstanding in this tournament, especially today against Concordia, and then played really well here against the Ocelots, who win 3 sets to none. Let's wrap things up for you statistically. For the national champion Brownsville Ocelots, they were led by Ivania Jaksic, who had 13 kills, 12 apiece for Doctor and Markovich. Markovich also had 13 digs. Heather Miusin, the libero for the Ocelots, with 24 digs to lead everybody. The Ocelots hit 295 as a team, compared to 227 for Biola. The Eagles were led by Jocelyn Curtin, the sophomore outside, had 14 kills. She hit 393 for the night. Alyssa Mason with 12, she hit 222. Amy Weststein in the middle with 9 kills and a match-high 6 blocks for Biola. 7 kills for Arnotts and 5 for Blazer. Biola outblocked Texas of Brownsville 7-5. They were outdug just by 53-52, but they were out hit 295 to 227, and ultimately service errors kind of beat Biola, although it was a 6-5 margin, so not a huge difference there. But boy, what a great run for Biola. Their first national championship appearance since '97. They fall to the Ocelots of Texas Brownsville 3 sets to none, 27-25, 27-25. And 25-22. Special thanks to all of you for listening this season, and for all of you who supported Biola Volleyball. Thank you for your support of the Biola broadcasts as well. Want to thank all the parents who got us out here for the tournament, and really were so supportive of us all season long, especially here at the tournament. And all you fans as well, thanks again for everything that you've done and for showing up each and every time. For everybody here at the Gateway Arena and the Tyson Event Center, this is Josh Banker saying goodnight. We'll see you in 2014. Biola runner-up here in 2013 to the Ocelots of Texas of Brownsville, 27-25, 27-25, and 25-22. Good night, everybody.